Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, your trusted source for the most intricate and poignant narratives unfolding within the hallowed halls of the British royal family. Today, we delve into a story that has sent ripples of disappointment and concern across the globe. A tale of anticipated reunion that, sadly, appears to have crumbled into dust before it even had a chance to blossom. We're talking, of course, about the much-hoped-for reconciliation between His Majesty King Charles III and his youngest son, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. This moment, so eagerly awaited by royal enthusiasts and the public alike, has, according to recent reports, suffered a painful and premature demise. Before we immerse ourselves in the intricate details of this unfolding drama, a gentle reminder. If you appreciate our in-depth coverage and wish to stay abreast of all the latest royal developments, please do take a moment to like this video, share it with fellow royal watchers, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel. Your support truly helps us bring these stories to light. Now, let us turn our attention to the heart of the matter. For months, whispers and conjectures have circulated regarding a potential meeting between father and son, a chance to mend the increasingly frayed fabric of their relationship. The public, ever hopeful, envisioned a quiet, perhaps even tender moment where past grievances might be set aside, and the path to healing could finally begin. However, those hopes have now been dashed, leaving behind a profound sense of sorrow and a troubling uncertainty about the future of this fractured family dynamic. According to the reputable Rob Shooter, whose insights often come through his popular #Shooter Scoop, the meticulously laid plans for this highly anticipated father-son reunion have, to put it bluntly, collapsed. The language used by palace sources to describe the current state of affairs is stark, painting a picture of utter disarray, with the situation being unequivocally labeled a mess. This is not merely a postponement. It suggests a far more fundamental breakdown in communication, and a frustrating inability to bridge the chasm that has grown between them. The primary culprits behind this deeply unfortunate turn of events appear to be persistent disagreements concerning the most fundamental logistical elements: the scheduling of the meeting and its designated location. These seemingly mundane details have paradoxically proven to be insurmountable obstacles, effectively stalling any progress and leaving the potential for a meaningful dialogue hanging precariously in the balance. One insider, whose candid observations were shared with Yahoo, laid bare the extent of the disorganization. "The whole thing is a mess," they claimed, their words underscoring the deep frustration pervading the discussions. "They can't settle on a schedule, they can't agree on a location, they don't even have an agenda." Just imagine, dear viewers, the profound irony. Two individuals ostensibly seeking to bridge a significant divide cannot even agree on the basic framework for their encounter, let alone the weighty matters they need to address. It speaks volumes about the underlying tensions and the deep-seated issues that continue to plague their relationship. The insider went further, revealing a truly disheartening dynamic. Every point turns into a fight. This isn't merely a polite disagreement or a minor hiccup in planning. It suggests a constant struggle, an adversarial atmosphere where every attempt at compromise is met with resistance. This observation starkly highlights the immense challenges that continue to confront the king and the duke as they valiantly, or perhaps futilely, attempt to repair their fractured bond. It paints a picture of two strong wills, perhaps too bruised by past events, unable to find common ground even on the simplest of terms. Let's delve deeper into these specific points of contention. Reports suggest that King Charles, presumably with the weight of his recent health battles and the demands of his monarchical duties ever present, had envisioned a rather low-key sit-down. His preference was for the meeting to occur within the familiar, secure, and private confines of either Clarence House or Windsor Castle. These venerable royal residences would have offered an environment steeped in history and tradition, providing a sense of comfort and discretion suitable for such a sensitive family discussion. One can easily imagine the king, perhaps seeking a return to a simpler, more private father-son interaction, away from the prying eyes of the world. However, the Duke's team, representing Prince Harry's interests, is said to have advocated for a distinctly different approach. Their push was for a neutral space, a location far removed from the symbolic weight and inherent formality of royal residences. This preference for neutral ground is deeply telling. It suggests a desire for an environment where power dynamics might be less pronounced, where the meeting could perhaps feel more egalitarian, and where the Duke might feel less constrained by the strictures and expectations often associated with royal settings. It could also stem from a desire to avoid the intense media scrutiny that inevitably accompanies any visit by Prince Harry to a royal palace. An insider offered a revealing glimpse into the core of this particular impasse. Harry wanted flexibility. King Charles wanted it slotted into his diary down to the minute. Neither side will give an inch. This statement encapsulates the fundamental clash of two vastly different worlds. On one hand, we have the monarch, whose life is meticulously orchestrated, every moment accounted for, every engagement precisely timed. His schedule is not merely a personal preference. It is a matter of national importance, dictated by state duties and a relentless calendar of engagements. For the king, time is a commodity meticulously managed, and any deviation can have significant repercussions. On the other hand, Prince Harry, having stepped away from the strictures of royal life, now enjoys a degree of personal autonomy and flexibility that is simply not afforded to a reigning sovereign. His desire for flexibility could be seen as a yearning for a more natural, less constrained interaction, free from the rigid protocols that have historically governed their relationship. Yet, in this specific context, this very desire has become a formidable barrier. The inability of either father or son to yield even a fraction on this point, the king's need for precision versus Harry's wish for spontaneity, underscores a deeper unwillingness to compromise, a stubbornness that bodes ill for any meaningful reconciliation. But the stumbling blocks, dear viewers, tragically, do not end there. As if disagreements over time and place weren't enough, sources also indicate a more profound and troubling chasm. The pair cannot even concur on the fundamental purpose of the meeting itself. This is perhaps the most alarming revelation of all. How can one hope to resolve deep-seated issues if there isn't even a shared understanding of why the meeting is taking place? It's gridlock, another insider lamented, succinctly capturing the utter paralysis gripping these discussions. They can't even agree on why they're meeting. This is not merely a logistical problem, it points to a fundamental disconnect in expectations and objectives. Is it about airing grievances, apologies, setting boundaries, finding a way forward for future interactions? If the very intention behind the encounter remains undefined and disputed, any progress is rendered virtually impossible. It suggests that perhaps their respective teams, or indeed the individuals themselves, hold such divergent views on the core issues that they cannot even agree on the starting point for a conversation. This lack of a shared agenda means that even if a time and place were magically agreed upon, the meeting itself would likely be fraught with misunderstanding and further conflict. Adding another layer of complexity and indeed another heavy blow to the hopes for family unity is the reported stance of Prince William. The Prince of Wales, Harry's elder brother, has reportedly dismissed the very idea of this reunion altogether, going so far as to brand it a terrible plan. This revelation is particularly heartbreaking for those who remember the once unbreakable bond between the two brothers. William's outright rejection suggests a deep-seated skepticism, perhaps even a weariness, regarding the prospects of reconciliation. It could stem from a protective instinct towards his father, a belief that such a meeting would cause more harm than good, or perhaps a profound sense of betrayal that has yet to heal. His dismissal signals that the rift is not merely between Harry and Charles, but remains stubbornly wide between the two princes as well, complicating any path to a broader family healing. Royal watchers, seasoned observers of the monarchy and its intricate dynamics, have issued a grave warning. They fear that if this crucial opportunity for reunion ultimately fails, it could permanently close the door on any future reconciliation. This is not merely a temporary setback. It could signify an irreversible rupture. Insiders with a chilling candor have described the current situation as less a sincere peace effort and more a protracted battle over scheduling. This distinction is critical, dear viewers. A peace effort implies a genuine desire to resolve conflict, a willingness to compromise on substance, and an open heart towards understanding. A battle over scheduling, however, suggests that the logistical hurdles have become proxies for deeper, unresolved emotional issues. It implies a lack of flexibility, a prioritization of individual demands over the collective good of the family, and a failure to see the bigger picture. When the very act of arranging a meeting becomes a source of conflict, it is a powerful indicator of how entrenched the divisions truly are. The most poignant and perhaps the most damning assessment comes from one insider who succinctly, yet devastatingly, summarized the tragic reality. This isn't peace talks, it's a war over the calendar. These powerful words encapsulate the profound disappointment and the grim outlook. They reveal that the focus has shifted entirely from the noble goal of reconciliation to a petty, unyielding struggle over logistics. It's a battle not of ideologies or grievances, but of diaries and demands, signifying a fundamental breakdown in the willingness to engage constructively. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy and, more importantly, for this family? The image of a united royal family, a cornerstone of the institution's strength and appeal, continues to be challenged. At a time when King Charles is bravely facing his own health challenges, the added stress of this unresolved family conflict must weigh heavily upon him. For Prince Harry, who has expressed a desire for healing, this deadlock represents a profound personal frustration. And for the public, who yearn for a sense of harmony within the institution they hold dear, it is simply disheartening. This ongoing saga highlights the immense difficulty of navigating personal relationships under the relentless glare of the public eye, especially when those relationships are interwoven with matters of state and tradition. The hopes for a quiet, heartfelt reunion have now, it seems, been replaced by the stark reality of an intractable deadlock. It leaves us to wonder if even the simplest steps towards a meeting cannot be achieved. What hope remains for mending the deeper wounds that continue to fester? This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the complexities of family dynamics, the burdens of public life, and the enduring challenge of reconciliation. It is a stark reminder that even within the most privileged families, personal conflicts can rage with a devastating intensity. What are your thoughts on this truly unfortunate development, dear viewers? Do you believe there is still a path to reconciliation for King Charles and Prince Harry? Or has this latest setback sealed their fate? We truly value your opinions and insights, so please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's engage in a respectful and thoughtful discussion about this significant moment in royal history. Don't forget to like this video if you found our analysis informative, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth royal updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of our coverage. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next Royal Dispatch. Goodbye for now.